Time for my favorite segment on WGN. The next WGN Firehouse Chef has spent the last 13 years working right here in Chicago. Fire Marshal Michael Cosentino is here with his special mac and cheese recipe. And this is a crowd pleaser. We're going to diet tomorrow because this is not exactly low-cal.
No, not at all. Not at all.
First of all, let me say thank you for what you do, because I know we all are so grateful for the firefighters who are in our area and really all across the country, especially when we look at what happened in Arizona and we see the sacrifice that you make day to day. So thank you, thank you.
Welcome.
But you're a little different. You're not necessarily there fighting the fire, but investigating afterwards. Yeah. How does that work?
I was a firefighter for 10 years, and the last 4 I've been an investigator. So we go out after the fact and we determine where the fire started and what caused it.
I always think that has to be so challenging, because when you look at, and I've been in the aftermath of some of these burned out buildings, it's like everything's gone, it's dirt. How do you figure it out?
It's like putting back together a puzzle. It's a combination of science, chemistry, and some just good old-fashioned digging with a shovel and moving things around. But it really makes the job exciting. Every day is different. And it's just really challenging, and that's a part of it I really enjoy.
Wonderful. All right, well, let's get to our recipe. I'm sure the guys in the firehouse love it. You're over there at 16th and Pulaski, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We start with a pound of cooked pasta. You make sure you salt your water when you cook the pasta, and don't cook it all the way through. You want something just around al dente, because you're going to bake this eventually. We have 1 pound of cooked pancetta. If you don't have pancetta, you could use bacon. You want to drain that. We'll pour that over the pasta like so. Half a bag of frozen peas.
Here's our healthy part of it.
Yes, that's the vegetable. That's the vegetable in it. Then we make the cheese sauce. We use good old-fashioned heavy whipping cream. I used smoked Gouda.
It smells so good at home. If you could just, it's really strong cheese,
yes,
but definitely tasty. Steve and I were saying our mouth was watering.
Very smooth. And you want to keep whisking that so the cheese doesn't get burnt or stick. You want to add half a tablespoon of seasoned salt, and my favorite, fresh cracked black pepper, and keep whisking that till that's done. And then what I have is one that's already completely done here, so we could show everybody how it should look when it's done.
So that's how it looks. It's nice and gooey, but thick cheese.
And you want to see how that just completely coats that spoon on that side. And then we just pour that.
Just the way it's going to stick to our ribs and make us feel full and satisfied.
We're going to pour that right over the top. Oops.
Uh-oh.
A little mistake, but you live with it.
This is where you go like this and you dip your finger in and you say.
Yeah. And we can't do that on TV. No.
I know.
So then you mix this all together, and then when it's all combined, you're going to put your half a cup of seasoned breadcrumbs on the top.
Ooh, okay. Put a nice little crunchy coating on top.
On it. So we'll throw that on there. And then we use half a cup of either grated Parmesan or Romano, whatever your flavor is, on the top for just a little bit more. Then you bake it in your oven for 325 degrees for about 20-25 minutes until it gets that nice crust on the top, until it's bubbly, golden brown, and then we have our finished product here.
I love it. Here's what I love about this recipe. It was simple, it was easy, and you weren't slaving away for a long time. And you know what? You put that down and everyone's going to be loving it and asking for more, right?
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so very much for coming in. Thanks for sharing your recipe with us. If you would like your firehouse represented on the WGN Midday News, just go to WGNTV.com/community and then click on the Firehouse Chef link. Remember, type out the full recipe and you too can be here like Michael was, making the recipe and making us all smile, because this smells delicious. Can't wait to dig in. Next in the Midday